Hey friends, welcome to A Little of It All. My name is Taylor. On this channel, we mainly do cash stuffing and budgeting videos, but don't be surprised if you see a video pop up like a how-to or maybe a crafting video, because I do love a little of it all. Thanks so much for choosing me to spend some time with today, friends. Whether you have been hanging out for a while or this is your first time, I really appreciate you being here. My husband and I are on a journey this year to buy a house, and then we are going to grow our binder collection and expand our sinking funds. So please make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss a single video or update on that exciting adventure that we are on. And give this video a big thumbs up so I'll know that you are here. So, guys, today we have a fun video planned. I'm going to go ahead and turn this laminator on. We are doing a how-to video today. I thought it might be fun to make some savings challenges, and we're going to do it a couple of different ways. And we're doing that because the first way that I did it, I made it exceptionally hard on myself, and so I was like, I can't let this be the only way that I show people how to make these. And so then I was like, okay, well, I figured out an easier way to do it because I watched lots of tutorials, and I was like, well, that makes a lot more sense, Taylor. But if you had used your brain the first time, but that's okay. So then I'm gonna incorporate that method that I watched, and then I'm gonna show a way of what if you don't have any fancy machines, what if you don't have a laminator, what if you don't have a paper cutter, literally what if all you have is packing tape, scissors, and a ruler. What if that's all you've got? And so I think it's gonna be fun. So stick around, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get started. So I wanted to make a savings challenge holiday / kind of 100 envelopes box. But my problem that I ran into was, because we don't have kids, there's some holidays that we don't really do a whole lot for. Like Easter we celebrate, but we don't do Easter baskets. Halloween, we like to watch scary movies and stuff, but we don't really save up for Halloween. St. Patrick's Day, it's not really a big deal to us. And so I was like, I want, these holiday savings things, but so many of these holidays and the holiday savings things wouldn't be a big deal, and they would just kind of be sitting there. And so I was like, well, how can I tailor it to us? What can I do to make it kind of special? Things that we do, things that we celebrate. And so I made an important dates box. It's only later that I realized that I should have called it important events, but that's okay. It's important dates. And so in our important dates box, we've got Valentine's Day, we've got my birthday, we've got 4th of July, we've got Crab Fest, which this is an annual festival that happens in our state, and we like to go to it every year. And so that pairs with 4th of July. So we always like to save up for that. We always like to go to it. It always seems like we don't have enough money. So I was like, well, I'll make that part of our important dates box. Then we have anniversary, which is going to be part of the one that we make. We've got Thanksgiving. We always need a little extra money around Thanksgiving to buy food for Thanksgiving and things like that. Then we've got my husband's birthday. Then we've got Christmas, which is going to be also part of the one that we make in just a few minutes. Then we've got New Year's. New Year's is not super big for us. We haven't bought fireworks in years, but sometimes we go out for New Year's Eve dinner, and so that's what this money could be for. And then we just have a bonus category if you know, we need a little extra somewhere, like Crab Fest, you know, going there, you know, renting a hotel room, you know, that type of thing we could pull from our bonus. There is a shop, I believe it's TS Budgets. I'm gonna double check that and link below that has a box like this. And I think her shop is gonna be back open soon. And I'm gonna link her Etsy shop in the description of this video because that box is the cutest. So I'm gonna show you how I made these, and it is super duper it's super duper difficult. I don't know why I made it like this. I could have made it a lot easier on myself, but it is what it is. It's how I did it, and there's no going back now, so I'm just gonna walk you through it. So for this savings challenge, I used my old paper cutter. So we've got our old paper cutter here. I used 3mm laminating sheets. So we're gonna grab a couple out. There's one on top. So we'll grab this one. And we cut it. So another thing is when I was measuring all of this, I just used the measurements on here, okay? Not realizing that this is not like real, I mean, it's real measurements, but it's like not common measurements, I guess I'm trying to say. So I am going to tell you what measurements I figured out today they actually are. And I will like tell you all the measurements in the description of this video. But if you guys ever make anything like this, just like use your own measurements. Don't make it difficult on yourself, because like I used some really funky measurements for this thing. Not intentionally, it's just how I ended up doing it. So I'm cutting off the rounded edges of one of my laminating sheets. I'm taking my little just cardstock cards. I just made these on PowerPoint. I started making these very early on. I've been working on this project for a really long time. I just got on Pinterest, honestly, and I would just type in, literally, I know this sounds so silly and the most ridiculous. I now have a Canva Pro subscription, and I am using it to the fullest extent, but this was before I knew how to utilize Canva. But I got on Pinterest and I literally just typed in like Christmas iPhone background or aesthetic or something like that, and a whole bunch of things would pop up. And I did like the iPhone background because I knew it would be like the smaller size that I wanted, and I just I downloaded the ones that I wanted, or I would just type in iPhone heart background. You know, and I just did that for all of the different categories that I knew I would want, and that's how I did it. And then these are sized 2 3/4 inches or 2.75 both ways. So it's 2 3/4 this way and 2 3/4 this way. So it makes a perfect little square. So that's the size of these, is 2 3/4 both sides. So to make our little pockets, our little envelopes, the laminating sheets are the laminating sheets are 2 7/8 inches. Okay, so I don't know. I wasn't intending to make it. I just knew that my cards were 2 3/4 and I needed it to be bigger than that, and so that's what I did, is I made it just bigger than that, and that's what I got, is just this notch over is because I wanted it to be big enough, and it turned out to be 2 7/8 inches. So I'm just measuring, and I measured 2 7/8 inches. That's what this little mark is right here. And again, I'm going to put all of this in the description. So 2 7/8 there. And it's both ways, 2 7/8 and 2 7/8. Okay, so we've got our little pockets made. And then what I did next, because like I said, I made it as hard as I possibly could on myself. I opened this guy up, and just like, you know, making envelopes, you flip it. You flipped it around. If I can get my fingers to work. Like this. So I would just put it right here. And then I would take my card and I would line it up like this. As good as I could, like within the little square. And then line it up as good as I could on top of my square inside my laminate. Okay, and that is gonna be crooked if I don't try to fix it. Oh, I did my nails over the weekend. I got a new set of nails. What do y'all think? I don't know where all this blue dye just came from, but I got a fresh set. Just wanted to show y'all. So let's see if I can get this straight. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay, there we go. So, same thing. I flip it like this. Put this down like this. And then I would grab this card, line it up inside the laminate. And lay it on top like this, okay? And then lay over like this. Before I run it through the laminator, I'm gonna show you guys the other way, the easier way, and laminate it all together because I don't want to waste the rest of this laminate. So I'm going to scooch this way. There we go. So I have scrapbooking paper, and I'm just grabbing some of my scrapbooking paper that I have, and I am going to do a couple different sizes because I'm going to show you another savings challenge in just a second that I made, and it's going to go along with that size. So that's why I'm making two different sizes here. So for this one, again, we're going to cut 2.75. And instead of cutting 2.75 again, we're going to measure it 2.75, and then we're gonna double it. And this would be much easier to do with a ruler, but we're just gonna do it like this, 2.75, and then cut it. So what you're gonna do next is you're just gonna fold it in half like this. Just crease it down the middle. Make sure you crease it really, really good. Lay it down on both sides on a flat surface. Just crease that bad boy really good. So now this is going to be 2.75 all the way around. Even though you cut it, you know, 2.75 here, and then you doubled 2.75, which would be, you know, 5.5. But, you know, you doubled this, and then you folded it in half, and then you made it, you know, 2.75 on both sides. So, you know, 2.75 and then doubled the 2.75 over there. So you've got this one. And then this one, we are going to do, let's see, 2 3/8 of an inch here. So 2 3/8 of an inch here. And then, ooh, I wonder if I'm gonna have enough. So then we need 3 3/8 of an inch for this one. So 3 3/8 there. And oh, we have just enough. That is wild. Okay. So 3 3/8 of an inch for the long, skinny ones. Okay. And the same thing, you are just folding it up, meeting it in the center. Fold, fold, fold. Okay. And I am seeing right here that it's kind of like poking out white on that side. And so I'm gonna grab my pair of scissors and just kind of trim. So this is the easy way of the hard ways that I did things. I'm gonna show you my other hard way in just a second. I just didn't want to waste this laminate. So we've got our 2 little paper pockets, and we folded them. They looking flat, and we're gonna stick these guys in here. We're gonna put one right here. See, no lining up, no measuring and getting things just precise. Still got a lot of extra laminate, but nothing we can do about that. And we are gonna take our sheet and we are going to run it through our laminator. Okay, as that is running through the second time, I wanted to show you guys these awesome, beautiful, cute savings challenges that I was gifted over the weekend. These were given to me by the sweetest sweetheart that I met. Her name is Luce from Luce Budgets. I'm gonna link her page and her shop down below. You have to go check her out and give her some love. She is just wonderful. But I wanted you guys to see this. So this is like her year savings challenge. January, start the year off with a bang, and then February. Like, look how cute these are. March, April, May, June, July. I love July. August, September, October I love too. November, December I love. Like, these are just adorable. We just met and we just got to talking, and I just love her so much, and she just gifted these to me and I just love them. So these are her year ones, and then she has this, you know, stuff happens and you got to be prepared for it. And I just loved it. I loved the colors. You guys know I love color, and so I thought this one was super cute, and so I'm definitely gonna start stuffing this one soon. So I was super excited to get this one, and this one over here, her Sweetheart Savings Challenge bundle. You kind of can tailor it to make it how you want it, but there was 3 in this one, and you know, the premise, like, you can control how much each one of the little candies or cupcakes or suckers are, and then you color in as you stuff your envelopes. And so these are all the Sweetheart Savings Challenges. Love that. This would have been so fun to stuff for Valentine's Day. But, you know, Valentine's Day is a little too close to start this, but I can't wait to have this and start stuffing this for next year. And then there is this cute she made. This one actually comes bigger, but I sized it down to be able to fit into an envelope. I sized it a little too small, but I'm going to go back and make it bigger. It's Sloth's O'Clock, and you can just kind of make it for whatever you want it to, I think. But like each little sloth is $5, and you color him in, and it's just a little adorable, and it'll total for $125 when you get finished. But I just thought they were all so cute, and I was so thankful, and it was so kind for her to just send those to me, and I just wanted to give her a big shout out and say thank you so much for that. That was so just sweet and unexpected, and just the kindness of this community is just so overwhelming, and I'm just so thankful to be a part of it and to just be accepted. And y'all go make sure you check her page out and check her Etsy shop out, because it is cute stuff. So all right, so let's cut these out. We are going to see how much we've got total. How is y'all's week going? So I'm filming this actually on a Monday because my schedule is just a little bit crazy this week. So I'm just gonna say I hope y'all had a great weekend, because for me, just coming off the weekend, and I hope y'all have had a great week. Let me know in the comments below how everything is going, how your lives have been this week. If y'all have done anything exciting. If you've done anything unexciting, let me know. I hope everything has been just good and chill, and the world is treating you right this week. Let me know. Keep me updated. So, just checking everything. Now, sometimes with these, you do have to run these back through. I'm going to need to cut that just a smidge, because the laminate will open up, which is not a big deal. You can just pop it back through your laminator. And let's see here. And this one is actually looking okay. Oh, nope, right there. Gotta run it back through. Okay. Alright, so let's see. There we go. Pop him back through. Alright, let's move on to anniversary. Anniversary. So we actually, our anniversary is in October. We got married in October, so we've got a little bit of ways. I don't know if we'll actually use this savings challenge box this year. You guys know, since we're saving for a house. But I just wanted to have it. I feel like we'll definitely probably stuff the Christmas envelopes, if nothing else. But as far as some of the other ones, it may be a little while. Like, we may use it next year, just because all of our extra money is going towards house savings and that kind of jazz. But that's okay. Like, I'll have this for forever now, you know? Like, this isn't going anywhere. So that's looking good now. Alrighty. So I'm going to set these to the side. We'll cut these in just a second. And let's lay them all out. Ta-da! So there they all are laid out. You know, the concept of an envelope, like, you just pick one. This is $15. So you would just stuff $15 in here and then rock and roll. And you can kind of do it however you wanted to. If you decide to make something like this, you could stuff all of one section at one time, or you could kind of just sporadically jump around. I don't know how I'll do it when I start stuffing this one. It's kind of just depend on when we start this. If we start at the beginning of the year next year, we'll probably just start stuffing, you know, and popping around. But if we start this, you know, towards the middle or the end of the year, we'll probably focus just like on one thing at a time. I just wanted to go over the amounts with you really quick. So Valentine's Day, all of those stuffed, they would equal $200. My birthday would be $250. Crab Fest would be $245. 4th of July would be $180. Anniversary would be $250. Thanksgiving would be $235. Scott's birthday would be $250. Christmas would be $335. Bonus would be $300. New Year's would be $175. And then if I stuff all of them all throughout the year, the total, all of these envelopes together, would be $2,420. So that would be pretty good. So yeah, so that is my important dates challenge. So let's pack that one up and then move on to the next one. Okay, so the next challenge I decided to call Bright 25. Honestly, this challenge came about because I had a lot of leftover lamination from my important dates box. And I was like, I don't want to waste all of this lamination. Honestly, I probably should have just wasted it, but I had fun making this anyway. So I'm going to tell you how I made it, and then we will cut the easier way that we laminated just a second ago. So I just want to show you this little guy I got at Dollar Tree. I think it's just like a business card holder. It's supposed to go like this, but I just taped that off so it would be like a backing, and I am using it like this and just putting my envelopes like this. So this is just a riff off of like a 100 envelope challenge, and I fourthed it essentially. And if my mathed correctly, I think all of these envelopes stuffed will end up being $325. So you know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, and so on and so on. And you know the concept, you just pull one out and you would stuff that number on that envelope. So this is 15, and you would put $15 in that envelope. So I have made 23, so let's make the last two together. And again, like when I was making these, I just used my paper cutter, not realizing that my paper cutter had the weirdest measurements known to man on it. So I will of course put the measurements down below, but if you choose to make these, of course, you know, use the measurements that you want. I did already have 2 sheets cut up, so I'm going to use this. I don't want to waste it, but let's cut up our blue. So our paper needs to be 2 3/8. So here, 2 3/8, 2 3/8. Have you guys ever made any of your own savings challenges before? Or do you just buy them? I have bought, you know, you've seen my videos. Hopefully, if you haven't, go back and check out my previous cash stuffing videos. You'll see that I've stuffed my savings challenges and my unboxing videos and things, and you'll see me unbox those savings challenges. You know, I've bought several savings challenges, but you know, like, it's just that, I guess, FOMO. Like, there's always more that I want to be doing and stuff, but I'm like, Taylor, you can't buy all of them. Like, Lord have mercy, you've got to start saving money at some point. So this was my compromise, I guess, just, you know, like learning how to make these. You know, it would have been easier. Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm cutting these long ways, 3 3/8. So that was 2 3/8 this way, and then I cut them 3 3/8 this way. Okay, and when I was making these, I did cut them in half. Because my paper was not sealed together, and so it would have not stayed together when I made it. So there is that. So let me get my laminate. So my laminate needs to be, let's see, all this way. So my laminate needs to be 2 9/16. 2 9/16, and then 3 1/2. 2 9/16. Isn't that a fun measurement? So that's why I'm making these savings challenges, is because, like, I want to do all of them. But you gotta save money at some point. Can't buy them all. So yeah, have y'all ever made any of your own savings challenges? I also made our recliner challenge and our Finch challenge and our lawnmower challenge, which you guys really haven't seen the fence challenge and the lawnmower challenge just yet, because we're focusing on the recliner challenge right now and getting that stuffed, but you guys will see that soon. That was actually probably the first challenges that I made, and they're a hot mess as well, just because like I didn't know what I was doing, but I was excited to cash stuff, y'all, and I was just doing stuff. So next step for this process was that I lined up my cards that I made out of this paper to the very tippy top on one side, and I am doing it on the matte side. So my card is touching the matte side. This is the glossy side. My card is touching the matte side. I'm putting another card on the inside right here, okay, just like so. And then I'm taking the other sheet like this. I'm blowing off the dog hair. And then I am lining it up. Again, matte side down, glossy side up. That is looking as good as it's gonna get. And then just put it in and pray. And that's what she said. All right. And then with these, I run them through several times. And several different ways. Just so they can get sealed all the way around. I don't really know if it works, but in my head it does. And then while that's going, we'll do this one again. So I'm working with the matte side right now. And I'm putting my paper on the matte side, and I am lining one end up to the very tippy top and trying to get it as centered as possible. Hopefully you guys can see that. And again, matte side down, touching the paper, glossy side up, looking at me. Okay, that's looking okay. Let's run her through. So it's almost the weekend. Do you guys have any good plans this weekend? Any fun things happening y'all's way? Let me know. We actually don't have anything planned this weekend. We don't have anything planned for a good long while now. So we'll just be able to relax and save money. So I don't have my transfer sheets with me. But I will pop up a picture of these finished, but 24 and 25 will go on here, and these will be finished out bright 25, and that's how they will go, and they will go in here with this, with my bright 25. And so we'll just stuff and put back in here. And that was my second savings challenge that I did, that I made super hard on myself. So let's make it easy. So we ran it through the laminator earlier. We have these two here. Let's cut them now. So obviously this one goes along with the bright 25. Okay, it's the same size. And then I imagine like this one you would roll, kind of roll the dollar like this and stick it in. And then this one you would just kind of fold it in half and stick it in, is kind of what I was imagining with these two. So let's make sure these are gonna do right. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think I need this anymore, so I'm gonna turn this off. So let's trim these envelopes. There we go. Perfect. So much easier. You just measure the paper, fold it in half, throw it in a laminate sheet, and run it through, and then you have a perfect little envelope. You could also do this, like if you're just starting out cash stuffing and you don't have envelopes for your wallet, you could make these, big enough to put in your wallet or small enough to put in your wallet and label these, grocery, household, for gas, spending money, coffee money, whatever you might need. So you can make yourself a set of wallet envelopes as well. These don't necessarily have to be for a savings challenge. So like, what's the best brand of scrapbook paper? Like, what's y'all's favorite brand? Is it Paper Studio? Is that still the best, or like has a new brand come in and taken the top spot? Let me know in the comments if there's a better brand now, because I need to up my. Yep, perfect. So you would just fold the dollar up into thirds, or whatever amount you want to put in here, and just stick it in. And you could write on this prior to laminating, post laminating. You could do vinyl like I did on these, or you don't have to write on it at all. So much simpler way to do the savings challenges that I made very much harder on myself. So let's say you're like, Taylor, that's great, fine, and wonderful, but I don't have a laminator. I don't have a paper cutter. I don't have anything. How can I make these savings challenges? I still want to participate, or I still want to make envelopes for my wallet. What can I do? And I'm going to show you right now what you can do. So I am going to use scrapbooking paper because that's what I have here. However, you can use whatever paper you have, use whatever resources you have available to you. If that's colored paper, great. If that's white computer paper that you have that you want to decorate or put stickers on, or whatever you can do, fabulous. Use what you've got. Make it as cute as you can. I've seen like the cutest little envelopes with hand drawings on them that are cuter than anything that I've seen. So you can be as resourceful and creative as you want to be. You don't have to use any of this stuff. So I'm just using this because I have it right beside me. So get you a sheet of paper and a ruler and some scissors. So I'm actually going to turn it on the back so I don't mess up the design. So let's make a square one first. Okay. So now you've got it marked, and you're just gonna cut out your paper, and then take it just like before, fold it in half, don't worry about any white showing because we will trim what is needed to be trimmed. So we've got that one made. Let's go ahead and make the long one. Okay, fabulous. So we have got our two little envelopes made without a paper cutter in sight. And we are just making sure our creases are super duper flat. And now what we need is packing tape. Get your packing tape, and we're gonna use it just like we would laminate. Tear off some sheets of your strips of your packing tape, and we're just gonna laminate these guys with some packing tape. We'll start with this one. Here and here. And then flip it over. And then same thing, tear off some strips of packing tape. Okay, now just like squeeze the sides. No real measurements here for the packing tape. You just pull as much as you think you need. And let's go ahead and quote unquote laminate the second one. Okay, let's cut these out. And I bet you're not really even going to be able to tell the difference between the laminated ones and the taped ones. And look at that. Perfect little envelope that looks just like this, basically. I mean, yeah, there's a little seam right here, but you can't really tell it unless you get just close enough. And then let's cut this one out, and a perfect little envelope. You can see my measurements in there, but yours probably won't have that. So there's that one, and then I had some test ones from earlier that I wanted to show you that you can't tell the difference between at all. So here we go. Some of these are laminated, and some of these are taped. I wonder if you can tell which ones are which. Because looking at this, like I can't, like right off the bat, I can't really tell. Any way you need to do it, any way that works best for you, whether you want to make it super difficult like I did at the beginning with these two, or really, really easy like these. Yep, these right here. This one, yep. And just fold your scrapbook paper or colored paper or decorated paper in half and run it through the laminator. That is awesome as well. Or if you just need to tape your paper together and rock and roll that way, that is super fantastic, awesome. There are so many options out there for you. Whatever you have available to you, you can make it work for you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you maybe learned something. Or if not, you were just entertained. I think you guys are the best. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are wonderful, and I will see you guys next time. Don't give up doing great things. Bye, friends.